So can you hear yourself on now?
I think I can.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I can hear.
See, I can turn you up here. There we go.
We on.
There we go. Okay, so I should maybe play that song that everybody's talking about. But before we do that, let's get into a couple of questions here. I'm gonna do that up.
Okay.
Okay, so like, I hear a lot of music as a DJ, and so I'm just wondering, like, what are some of the things that makes your sound like a really unique thing, just for the Canadian listeners up here? I know you're doing a lot of different projects and stuff like that, and so like, what about your music is gonna make me want to hit the play button?
Yeah. Basically, I'm fused in between a lot of like old school hip hop artists such as Tupac and Rakim, and I listen to a lot of old NWA, and really I fused all them styles together to create how I rap now, and mixed it with a little battle rapping. So I got a little lyrics from the East Coast, West Coast, plus I listen to a lot of down south music because I'm always down there. So I like mixed all the coasts in one. Basically came up with a high energetic sound that's real live, basically like you there when you listen to a song. You feel like you're right there in the studio. So that's what makes most people listen. It feel like it comes from the heart. It's not just me rapping and saying some words. That's what really attracts the people.
That's what's up. And so, like, is there any kind of music that's been positively, like, pushing you along the way? Like, any guys you'd say were influence or that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of influences, as in like people that was around, or as in people that I listened to.
No, like people that you listen to, right? Like influenced you down there. I mean,
Yeah.
up here we heard a lot of different, like, shit in comparison. You know what I mean? Like, you got some.
Yeah.
You guys had a lot of different stuff down in Cali, and I remember I went down there and like just after the Tupac thing, and it was just a weird atmosphere down there, when that was kind of going on. But what kind of like positive influencing things kind of came your way, from that era?
Basically, everybody that came from that era with Tupac and Biggie and them had the big beef and all that. Everybody that came out of that era, we really kind of lost a little bit, as in the West Coast, where people was afraid of us to mess with us, so people was afraid to come to California, and people from California was, vice versa. So the positive that came out of that is just that everybody realized certain things it won't last forever, and certain things that really worth dying for, such as beefing over a record, or really making a song to go out and chase somebody and really go find them like that and waste your time doing it. But that's a positive thing everybody got out of it. Mostly everybody who was into that and was a part of that, most of them are gone or in jail or something of that nature. So everybody really learned that media will make more of the situation than what the actual situation is. So positive I got out of that is really take the music and really try to keep it on wax. But if somebody take it there, really don't mind them that much, but try to at least solve it before it gets to that point. So once you get to that point, there's no turning back. So
Yeah, I hear you.
gotta choose.
Like a lot of guys I used to run with, they, like you say, they're dead or in jail or some fucked up thing happened to them along the way.
Yeah, a lot of that happened, period, in my life, so I know how it goes. So
Yeah, I remember like the first time when I heard of you. Probably the first thing that I saw on Twitter was the thing with your brother there, and it was like the news story.
Yeah. Actually, my brother got killed in November by the police. 2009, on the 19th, he got killed by the police. They actually raided a hotel room looking for some killers that he had nothing to do with it. He knew the guys, but he had nothing to do with the crime. And they went looking for the guys who actually did it. And when they bust in there, they didn't even ask a question on who was who. So they just came in shooting and wanted murdering and killing my brother just on a hotel room. Supposed to be raiding, but it turned into some whole other, basically police going in going to kill somebody before they even thought about who was in there. And they just so happened to be my brothers. I was posting. I was hurt. Everybody who knew me and been around me for years and grew up with me knew I was hurt when I was on Twitter and everything I was tweeting. There was a lot of people looking out for me, so,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I got the love I got.
I was like, I wasn't sure, when I first saw the link, I'm like, what's going on here? Is he like pulling my leg or whatever? And then I clicked on the link, and it was like a link to like the news story. And up here, we don't really hear too much of that, and we don't have guns available except for like, unless you're a hardcore criminal. You just don't have one under your bed. But I remember like when I was down in Cali, I had a buddy of mine, and he had a AK-47 in his like right beside his bed. So it's a lot fucking different in Riverside, Yeah, like he
really gun is normal. So.
Yeah. So anyways, like what's kind of the origin of your name, like Double P and all that?
How I came up with the name, I used to basically I was collecting comics as a kid. Everybody as a kid collected something, and I collected comic books. And Spider-Man was a favorite character of mine, so I want everybody for a while in my hood was just calling me Spider-Man. I was like, I didn't want to be called Spider-Man, stop calling me Spider-Man, so I started going by either Peter Parker or Double P.
Oh yeah, I did see the Peter Parker thing. Yeah, before I saw it saying I think Double P on the Twitter. I think you had Peter Parker or something on there.
That's where it all started at. Cause, I just made it shorter for Peter Parker because I already knew that name I would really get sued real hard trying to go really use Peter Parker like that. So I know I had to change it up some way, and Double P was the best way for me.
So what's some of the the good, bad, and the ugly you've seen in the music scene lately? Like, I know the whole beef thing, that was pretty interesting. So, but we'll get into that in a couple. But like, what kind of things are impacting your shit, like in the mixtape music scene right now? Like, especially with the mixtapes, because that's mainly what I do. But I got my station here now, Music Money Mixtapes. We're doing good now, so. We just expanding, right? And pretty soon I'll have myself a fucking phone.
Yeah.
That I could do it up right.
Really on the mixtape, I'm kind of glad I'm at the point that I'm at right now because I started off with the Compton General 1. Now I'm all the way at Compton General 3, working with Compton General 4. So it's actually 4 volumes because it's the Compton General 1, Compton General 2, Compton General 2.3, and it's the Compton General 3. So. I've been doing good with that whole mixtape series, and I got a few other mixtapes on the side, like Ashy to Classy and Rags to Riches and Fortune and Fame. And my album is on iTunes now, i.e. Money. So I'm kind of I'm parlayed all my mixtape onto an album. So actually, the mixtape's got me to where I'm at with my album. So I'm kind of glad about the mixtape circuit.
Yeah, and I've been hearing your stuff since. Man, like the first mixtape, I still got some of